Well, man. Oh, more grassberries. Big little grassberries, man. See, and then we were over here when we were up here last time. The fence was down. And huckleberries and grassberries over there. The boss man's fence is up. I decided to come on down here. So, yeah, all the fences are up except one. And these little things for Miss Kitty. Oh, shoot. Dude, they're so small. Man, I should have picked some at that other spot. I'm getting wet. It's raining pretty good. Man, these are like normal size grassberries, and that one at that spot that I showed you at first, man, those were probably the biggest grassberries I ever did see. This kitty a few grassberries. I'll pick her some more huckleberries too. I was watching alongside the road, man. I haven't seen any really plump ones yet. Snowball. Puffball. Edible. Not a big fan myself, but they're edible. Used to eat them all the time. One of my grandpa's favorites. Tell you a little story. Story time. Little story about Grandpa and mushroom hunting. It's kind of a sad story. You know, we picked mushrooms, man. Oh, my whole childhood back then. One of Grandpa's favorites was calf brain mushrooms, false morels. And in that book, his book that I still have, my grandma gave me, in his mushroom book, it lists, you know, calf brain mushrooms, false morels. It lists them as edible and choice. And I remember they're pretty tasty. And then in the updated version, you know, because I tell you all the time, the calf brain, false mushroom or false morels, they use the same one of the ingredients in those in jet fuel. So as it turns out, I don't know when that book's from, man. Oh, okay, I gotta change that. Anyway, battery was dead. So, you know, they changed it, and I can't remember when that book's from, man. 70s, you know, or something like that. I don't remember. But anyway, they changed it. Later version of it or whatever, updated thing. And, then they put them in there, not edible. And, you know, I don't know if they list, I can't remember if they list them poisonous or whatever, but they are not good for you. And man, I've talked about this, but for anybody that's new, the calf brain mushroom, false morel, is the ones that I ate when I was a kid, I still are in the bottom of my stomach. You never get rid of them. And it's the same, you know, it's got a same thing in it as jet fuel. So anyway, with all that said, man, so we're, you know, my whole life we picked mushrooms. And Grandpa's favorite was chopping up the morel, or not the morels, but chopping up the snowballs and the calf brains, mushrooms, chopping them up and putting them in scrambled eggs. That was his favorite. You know, and up at our place in McCall. And he did that for this wild road right here. And did it all the time, man, during the season. Well, this one time he did it, put them in the eggs, and you know, man, up there we'd do our beer pancakes and scrambled eggs, mushrooms, and all, you know, big old breakfast, Sunday breakfast. And folks, you know, friends, family, everybody would come over, and we all ate the scrambled eggs and mushrooms, and every one of us got sick. Man, I remember, man, my stomach, you know, nobody went to the hospital or anything, but everybody got so sick. And I'll never forget the look, you know, because Grandpa, man, was, you know, patriarch, man. He was the, you know, man, he was Grandpa. Actually, he went by the boss, you know. If that tells you anything, but he was the man. And for him to have made that, you know, being the ones that, you know, got us all, you know, we all went mushroom hunting. Because Grandpa said we were going mushroom hunting. So it's just the way it was. And for him to make that, and he felt responsible, and I'll never forget that look on his face. And never again. And that was in the 80s sometime, and mushroom hunted my whole life. You know, and I continued, you know, as a teenager and stuff to mushroom hunt. But Grandpa hung it up. That was it. He was, he made everybody sick, and he felt responsible, and he never mushroom hunted again, and didn't even want to talk about it. Well, there's a nice toothpick right there, and it looks like it's alive, but that's actually a lodgepole pine, dead lodgepole pine that I'm going to end up dropping. Oh, there's another dead one right there. And it's funny because I come up here and scope out these, holy smokes. I come up here and scope out these trees, but there's somebody, I've never ran into anybody up here, but there's somebody else that gets wood on this knoll. Always a race to see who gets to him first. What's this right here? Well, that looks like a dang tamarack. I'm gonna back here and yeah, I'm gonna back up here and throw them on. See, somebody's already been up here this year, because that cut. Well, they did some. There's a cut there, must have to get it to fall that way. Oops, see that tamarack branches? So that's just the top of the tamarack. So, well, that looks like red fir. But that's a crazy cut, man, that they did up through there. Dropped it up through there. That one right there, man, that's a tamarack. Oh, you can still see green. I think that one's still alive. You gotta be dang careful about tamarack. Whoa! Yes, sir. I almost ate it. Talking on this camera and not paying attention to where I'm stepping. Oh, there's a nice chunk right there. See, that's the lodgepole there. Oh, there's a tamarack. Dang it. Oh, it's rotten. Oh, there's some chunks right there. Take that, mother. lodgepole. Think about ones like this, you know, just chunked. I like it because you saw it up and it's already a log. Of course, it starts to rain right when I'm gonna get me some dang wood. Let's see. I'll turn around right here. Turn around and back on in there. What is that you out there to? Watch, but I won't. Camera getting all wet. He's got to be careful in these kind of places to make sure, you know, when somebody cuts off a small tree, you know, on the sorry, dude. Somebody cuts off a small tree, you know, it's just sticking up enough and has a point on it because they cut it off. I'll go right through your tire. You gotta watch that. So let's scoped it out before. Now the rain slowed down a little bit. Come on. This. Just in case. That's good for the burn barrel. I think I'm going to fire up the old chainsaw for a minute.